Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome and thank you so very much for joining me. Today I'm sharing my February update for No Paper Left Behind. This is my first video because I just started yesterday. I started last night and I'm doing the coffee paper by Echo Park that many of you voted for and are not surprised by at all. And let me show you this pile and just what I have in here. So this is the paper collection from Echo Park. This was a Tuesday morning pack, so it has 12 pieces of double-sided paper and then a 12 by 12 sticker sheet. I haven't used many of the stickers yet, but what I've been doing is taking the stickers, mounting them on a piece of paper, and then covering the back with foam. So they're popped up a little. And I'm using my giant roll of foam that's from Craft Fancy. And this is kind of a thinner foam, which I think in this instance is good because it's plenty for the eye to see and get the interest, but they'll mail really nicely. So if I want to mail them, you know, some foam tape or pop dots, they're much thicker. And so you really want that for flowers or variety and texture. But if you just want to lift a sentiment a little bit, you don't always want the fattest ones. If you want to see a process video of some of this, it took me about 2 hours. And if you want to see a process video, I'll speed it way up and put a voiceover and put that video out. So just let me know. But if you don't want to see it, I'm not going to do it. But that's how I've chosen these, is I've just gone through and pulled off the ones I want so far. And there are a couple more that I'm definitely going to use, like coffee makes everything possible. So that's how I'm going through. Now, the papers in this, let me tell you about some bad choices that I made. First of all, in No Paper Left Behind, or just anytime you want to attack something quickly, you can't spend hours thinking about which paper you're going to cut and which side you're going to use, right? But what I didn't take into account is I like these cut-aparts. I think I'd use them. But notice they're vertical, okay? These will not work well on a horizontally made card because they're just so tall that it's the whole thing. I can trim them down and make them work, but like her and the saying under her, she's really going to need a vertical card. She needs a card that goes like this so that she can be nicely centered on it or at least have some blank space around her. I didn't look at the cut-aparts and think about that. And I cut almost all the paper, and it's directional paper, for horizontal cards. So let me show you what I'm talking about. See these cups? We'll flip through and I'll show you while I'm telling you about the paper. The cups are right side up, and it's a horizontal card. So once I got through these and realized I wanted to take apart the cut-aparts, I realized I should have made more of the backgrounds. Like this one was not directional, so I took this big thing that I wanted to use and put it on here. Same here. This one I realized wasn't directional, so I wanted to use it for my tall tag. Here's a horizontal one. But I should have made more. When I cut this paper with the cups, I should have cut them 4 inches wide and made them tall instead of the other way around. It's no big deal. I can make it work. It would have just been easier. There are so many coffee cups in these papers, and they're directional, right? So all of these backgrounds, I'm going to put horizontal things on. So what I'll do is I'll either go through these. Oh, look, also, I do not like this side of the paper. I mean, I'm not in love with it. Oh, this one is the one I hate. I don't understand the green pastries. Is that just me? Those are green scones, right? Green donuts? Maybe the donuts are brown. I don't know. But that paper does not speak to me. Maybe Andrea with her green loving likes it. But these are too big. So this is a piece of paper where I don't really like either side, and I'm a little stumped by No Paper Left Behind. So I'll have to see what I come up with, or if you have ideas, I'll take them. Maybe this isn't as horrible as I think. I don't know. It seems pretty bad. But this one, I like all the blue, right? I like the blue cups, but I'm probably going to use this side. The other thing you can do on cut-aparts is if you like 2 or 3 of them in one row, but you want to use some of this paper, then just look at this side and say, okay, I like these sayings. I'm going to cut out this row, and then the rest of the piece of paper, I'm going to use the back side. And that's fine too. Whatever works. Okay, here's one more I don't think I showed you. Again, it was a horizontal. So I think I have about 8 completely done. And then I have these that are ready to be assembled. And a pile of scraps right here. But I still have 4 pieces of paper that I haven't cut. So this one that I'm a little stumped by. This one that I'm probably going to start cutting down the cut-aparts on. The beans I like. This one I don't love because the scale is too big. By the time I chop this up for cards, people aren't really going to figure out what this is, I don't think. Or like if you had a 1/2-inch border all the way around, it's not going to look like the tops of coffee cups. So I'll probably use the bean side. I just haven't decided. I like this side because it brings in more colors in the paper. This side is interesting because I guess there's that leaf right here. So this might have been a good paper had I been paying attention. I could have matted right here where I used this plain pink around the edge. I just grabbed an inexpensive cardstock and used it. I could have used that and it would have pulled that out, maybe. Then the back is black and white coffee cups again, so I might use that one. Black. And then again, cut-aparts that are really big. Some of them I can cut down, right? You can take as much off. Here I could take the lights off and go down to the coffee if I needed to. This one I could take scissors and fussy cut it, but then I would lose all of the floral. So just, if I was doing this again, I would have made a whole bunch of vertical cards in this set so that I had more room to work with. Now these are just big chunky squares, so either way I would have had problems. And I did save a couple of these where I just really liked them. And I think that was an example of the sheet had cut-aparts, but I took one strip of it. So I have 4 pieces of paper, then these are my scraps, and I've been doing pretty well using my scraps as I go. That's why I have so many cards here with strips on them. These are not strips that I cut to be on these cards. These are strips that existed. And then this is where I'm going to find some verticals. These were non-directional, and before I assembled them all the way, I figured out I was going to have a problem. I haven't stuck this down in case I don't want a strip like this because I'm going to put a big cut apart on it. But I have 1, 2, 3, and some potential here for another 3 or 4. So I'll use those and I'll make some more. So that's what I have going on with coffee. Thanks so much for watching. And I hope that you are challenging yourself to use your stash. And be sure and check out the hashtag. You can click the link in the description for this video and it'll take you to the playlist that shows you other people's No Paper Left Behind videos. So you can see Daniela Hayes, who started it, and Susan Tootsie Tucker. And I'm not sure who else is joining in this month. I think Robin's taking the month off. And I'm not sure how Tanisha Kay's doing. Some people I think are going to join us on Instagram. So check out Chica Chats and Kristen Sawyer on Instagram. Thanks so much to everybody who has joined in and encouraging us to use our stash and not shop. I hope you're having a great day. Again, be sure and leave me a comment if you want to see the process video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.